Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Just when I thought that things with Mr. Ernesto Williams couldn't get any worse, Nasty Nesto decided to crank it up a notch. I told you all that he had a bond hearing scheduled, and it happened. Infamous Sylvia from YouTube was there to get the audio and video, and when I tell you this man is disturbed, demented, and diabolical, all wrapped up in one, we are going to break this down and so much more, but before we do, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on anything regarding this case and so much more. Now let's get back into it. Ernest Williams has been the talk of the YouTube streets since this summer, and we've been following this case because honestly, it seems stranger than fiction. Now, from the 9 previously open cases, he's down to 7 open cases and a slew of charges. Now, all charges have received some type of bond, but his serious charges have not. These consist of aggravated sexual battery, the R word, aggravated sodomy, sexual battery, and trafficking a person for sexual servitude. Now, between his time in Cobb County and now Fulton County, Earnest has been locked up for over 468 days, and he's been wanting to get bond since he's gotten in. However, the job of the prosecution was to provide the necessary information to make sure that he stays in. Although the prosecutor was very ill prepared, however, the bond was still denied. Defendant poses a significant risk of fleeing from the jurisdiction of court or failing to appear in court when required. Defendant poses a significant threat or danger to any person, the community, or to any property in the community. Defendant poses a significant risk of committing a felony pending trial. Defendant poses a significant risk of intimidating witnesses or otherwise obstructing the administration of justice. Now, shout out to infamous Sylvia, who was our boots on the ground. She actually recorded the hearing. Make sure you check her out on YouTube. The link will be in the description down below. Now, let me just give you a quick rundown on what happened, and then we're going to get into some things. Now, Ernest was represented by Hannah Rondon, who is an assistant public defender in the Atlanta Alternative Public Defender's Office. The judge was Judge Kimberly Edmond Adams, who does not play by a long shot. And the prosecution was Assistant District Attorney Alicia Taylor. Now, his attorney acknowledged that he's 58, he's a lifelong resident of Georgia, and his entire family lives in Georgia, including his 6 children, but they did not mention his wife, Shirley, but that's probably because he's not married to her anyway. She does not feel like he is a flight risk. She states that he is looking for his day in court so he can be able to prove his innocence, and she is requesting a bond of no more than $100,000 for the charges that they are there for on that particular day. Now, ADA Taylor stood up on the prosecution side, and she stated that the victim met Ernesto at a gas station when she was only 19 years old. Now, Ernesto befriended her and stated that he could help her with her career. She wanted to go into the hair business. Now, I told you guys a few videos ago that when I looked her up online, she was actually an aspiring model slash actress, and I thought Ernesto was going to try to veer towards that direction or get her in that way, but it was hair, and you know, he had his own barbershop, so hair was easy. Now, they're saying that Ernest was boasting and, you know, talking about who he was married to and the connections that he's had, and we've heard the videos and listened to the phone calls before. Ernest does think he's that guy. Now, he ended up taking her back to the motor coach, and I told you in the videos before, the motor coach was something you needed to look out for because that is where all of the dirt goes down. Now, according to ADA Taylor, the victim was penetrated both anally and vaginally by the defendant, and she advised him to stop, and he would not. He wanted to help her with her career, and in order to do so, they needed to sign a contract, and he coerced her into signing that contract in blood by pricking her finger and getting her to sign on the dotted line. Ernesto has ruined not only this woman's life, but her grandmother's life as well. Her grandmother got locked up because of Ernesto. You might be asking, how did that happen? Well, Ernesto gave this victim a car that he took from another victim. He didn't tell this victim that this car belonged to another victim. He told this victim that he got the car for her. So while she was in the Dominican Republic, she let her grandmother drive the car. The second victim ended up reporting the car as stolen. The police got behind the grandmother and locked the grandmother up for driving the car. Ernesto, you dirty dog. But we're going to get into that story because I want to break that one down for you. Before we go to that story, Ernesto was denied bond in court. He tried to pull a fast one. His attorney was like, you know what? He's sick. He's ill. He doesn't need to be in here. The judge was like, nope, not on my watch. He was probably ill before he did a lot of these crimes, and he should have thought about his illness prior to doing these crimes, and he wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. So guess what? Bond denied. Sit there until we go to trial. Now, I want to tell you the story about how the victim, who was sex trafficked and raped by Ernesto, was given a car that belonged to a woman that willingly had sex with Ernesto, but was robbed blindly of her car, usage of her credit card, and thousands of dollars. Okay, so for safety reasons, I am going to name this victim Missy so we do not give out her identity. So on August 15, 2022, the detective made a call to Missy, a victim of Ernest Williams. Missy had reported her car as stolen on June 4th, 2022 with South Fulton Police Department. I spoke to Missy briefly about her relationship with Williams and asked for her to send all documentation on to me that she had regarding her case. Missy also mentioned that she had recently filed another police report in South Fulton in regards to Williams using her credit card for items not authorized and money not being repaid. Now, on August 30th, 2022, Missy met with myself and Detective Gooding, and this is the interview she gave. So on September 19th, 2021, Missy met Williams at a Starbucks in Atlanta. She was sitting outside speaking with some females selling Mary Kay products. Missy told Williams that the Starbucks was closed and that if they stayed too long, he would end up buying something from her. Williams started speaking with Missy, brought some of her beard oil, told her that she had a beautiful smile, and ended up exchanging numbers with her. He showed Missy his Instagram and how many followers he had and said that he could help her grow her business. He also mentioned that he could help her get her finances and life goals in order. Williams texted Missy later on and told her that his team could work on her project and that it would cost her $1,000. Missy stated that she was looking into courses that cost around the same amount of money and decided that if a team could help her, she would prefer to task it out. There was one aspect of the initial meeting that Missy was surprised by. Williams was telling her about his security company and wanted to show her that he could find people's information by running their vehicle tags. Missy stated that he went into his truck and grabbed a portable radio that he stated was linked to 911 iNet. He gave the tag over the radio and received a full report back with all of Missy's personal information. On September 27, 2021, Williams needed to have the $1,000 for the social media work transferred to him via Zelle. Missy stated that she transferred $10 via Zelle from her checking account to Williams' SunTrust account to verify that the transaction went to the correct account. Her second transaction was from Missy's savings account via Zelle to Williams' SunTrust account in the amount of $990 on September 27, 2021. On October 3, 2021, Williams called and asked to meet with Missy. They met in a parking lot in Alpharetta on one of Williams' motor coaches. When Missy arrived, Williams was with a young female named Dominique, later identified as Elijah Alexander, who was his assistant but called his daughter. Williams stated to Missy that Dominique and she could meet on the motor coach about the work Dominique would be doing for her in regards to social media. While Missy was on the motor coach with Dominique, her son was sitting with Williams in his F-350. Missy stated that Dominique was supposed to work on her content for social media and help her gain followers. As of the current date, Dominique has never provided the service that she was supposed to provide to Missy. After the meeting, Missy left with her son and went to have pizza around the corner. When she was getting ready to leave, her car wouldn't start and she reached out to Williams. After a few attempts, it started. Williams stated to her that she needed to get a new car and get that one from under her. He continued to ask her about her bank accounts and debts and said that he could help her get from under her debt and level up. Missy disclosed to Williams all the debt that she had, auto loan debt, and the amount of money in her checking and savings account. On October 6, 2021, Missy met with Williams on his motor coach just off of the Lithia Springs exit off of I-20. He was stating to her that he was going to get her a Chevy Tahoe and that she was to go online and choose what she wanted, send him a copy of her driver's license, and he would need $3,000 sent to him via Zelle in increment payments, and he would take care of the rest. Missy sent $1,000 from her her savings account to Williams' account. During this meeting, Williams asked Missy if she liked massages. She said that she did, and she had the same male massage therapist for a while. However, she stated that she felt uncomfortable with Williams massaging her because he was married. Williams asked her if her massage therapist was married, and she said that she did not know and it didn't matter because she was paying for a service. Williams responded with, "My wife knew what I was doing before she married me." Missy stated that Williams gave her a massage on the bed located at the back of the motor coach. On November 1st, 2021, Williams stated to Missy that she needed to send him $500 for the insurance for the Chevy Tahoe, as it could not leave the lot without insurance. Missy sent $500 from her checking account via Zelle to Williams' SunTrust account. November 4th, 2021, Missy met Williams again on the motor coach to speak with him about her plans to level up and receive a massage. This was the first time the relationship became intimate. On November 5th, 2021, Williams called Missy from the Chevy dealership stating that he had been looking for a Tahoe and asking what color she would like, white or black. On November 7th, 2021, Missy stated that she was supposed to meet Williams to get her truck, but it never happened. Williams stated that he was busy hanging out with his client, Charles Barkley, and he would let her know when he had the truck. Missy stated that Williams wanted her to do a pop-up shop for her business as it would be good for her brand. He suggested using the motor coach and felt a good location was Douglasville. On November 10th, 2021, Missy called Williams about the truck and also to talk about the pop-up shop, and he stated that he was in Texas on business and that he will contact her when he gets back. On November 12th, 2021, Missy was supposed to do the pop-up shop in Douglasville, and Williams stated that she would not be able to because the generator would not start and it was a cold day. He also said that she would need to Zelle him $200 to cover gas and security for the next date available for the pop-up shop. Missy asked about the Tahoe again, and Williams stated that he needed the next payment of $1,000 for the Tahoe as the guy would not let him get it until he had more money. Missy sent $200 from the pop-up shop from her checking account via Zelle to Williams' account and $1,000 for the Tahoe from her savings account to Williams' account. The said date, the two ended up meeting and was the second time the two were intimate. On November 15th, 2021, Missy reached out to Williams to ask about the Chevy Tahoe as she had still not received it and had now paid $2,000 to Williams via Zelle for the vehicle. Williams stated that he was on his way back from Charlotte and was surprised that the dealer had not called her to deliver the Tahoe. On November 17, 2021, Williams called Missy and asked her how much debt she had on all three of her credit cards. Missy told Williams the amount on all of her cards. Williams stated that she needed to pay $800 into Ernesto's private elite security, giving her 2% ownership in the company so that the expenses could be written off as business expenses. Missy sent $800 from her savings account via Zelle to Williams' account for 2% ownership in the business. Missy has not been given any percentage of ownership. Williams stated that he needed to meet with Missy soon, but he was in Memphis and that he was upset because young Dolph was shot and he was a client of his. He also mentioned to Missy that he was purchasing a command center for his business and sends her an image. On November 23, 2021, Williams stayed the night at Missy's house for the first time. During this stay, he asked if there was anything she needed help with on her house, as he has a guy that can help with handiwork. Missy made a list of all of the items she needed work done on and sent it to Williams. When Williams received the list, he stated that he needed to have $500 sent via Zelle to pay his handyman for the work. Missy sent $500 from her savings account via Zelle to Williams' account on November 26, 2021 for the repairs on a house. The house has never been fixed. On December 1st, 2021, during a conversation between Williams and Missy, Williams stated that he needed to go to the Chevy dealership to ask about the Tahoe and find out when they would be receiving it. There was still no further update. Missy stated that she and Williams started planning the trip to take during her Christmas break, as she is a teacher and gets 2 weeks off for the holiday season. During the same call, Williams stated to Missy that he would be able to pay her debt off for her and that Dominique would be bringing her money via check. The money was never brought to Missy. Williams also said to Missy that she needed to renovate her kitchen and he could get her appliances from BrandSmart. Missy agreed to him buying her appliances and said that she liked the look of the darker stainless. Missy gave Williams the information for 3 credit cards that she needed to spread the charges for the appliances across the 3 cards. She only authorized him to buy the appliances and nothing else. On the same day, December 1st, 2021, Williams charged $2,000 at Precinct 1 Auto on her Carnival MasterCard ending in 8161 without authorization from her. Williams purchased multiple vehicles from this location through a search warrant of Williams' white Ford F-350. The receipt from Precinct 1's Auto along with a scrap of paper with Missy's credit card number was found in Williams' black backpack in the vehicle. The same day, Williams also used Missy's Family First Credit Union Visa and made a purchase to Laura's truck in the amount of $1,017.12. On December 1st, 2021, Williams also charged $1,000 $800 on Missy's Chronicle credit card account and $800 to her Family First Credit Union Visa account. Both transactions were to Laura's trust. On December 4th, 2021, he asked Missy if she had any room on her credit cards, and he proceeds to make a purchase on her SunTrust Visa account in the amount of $1,000 at Laura's Trucks. All of the said transactions were not authorized, and to date, no money has been returned. On December 13th, 2021, Williams stated that he needed the last $1,000 sent to him for the Tahoe. Missy sends the $1,000 from her checking account via Zelle to Williams' account. During the rest of December, Missy faced a family tragedy where she lost 5 family members due to a fire in DeKalb County. Williams and her never traveled, but he tried to advise Missy that in order to pay for the funeral, she needed to up her credit limit. It would also make her credit look better. Missy stated that she was getting frustrated because she had paid thousands of dollars to Williams and had absolutely no return. No vehicle, no appliances, work done to her house, social media work, or a percentage of the company as she was promised. Missy told Williams that they needed to chat. Missy initiated a $1,000 request through Zelle to try and start getting some of her money back. Williams stated that he could not process it as Dominique has control over his account. January 20th, 2022, Missy stated in conversation with Williams that she was going to trade her Nissan Altima in at CarMax. Williams stated to Missy that he would be able to get her more money for her car and he had a buyer lined up. Williams brought one of his 2016 Dodge Chargers for Missy to use while he was going to sell her Nissan. Missy drove the Charger for a few months and kept asking Williams when was he going to get the money for her vehicle. Williams kept stating that he was traveling when he spoke with her and said that she would get it when he returned. On March 9, 2022, Williams asked Missy if he could place some appliances at her home. Missy stated that she was not at home and there was not enough room. Williams then sent Missy a photo of all of the appliances which were at the house located at 2155 Bent Creek Manor. This is a home Williams and his wife Shirley Strawberry lived in. Williams then sent a photo to Missy later showing the appliances loaded up on the back of his white Ford F-350, taking them to a storage unit. This was also the day that Williams and his wife Shirley Strawberry were evicted from the residence at 2155 Bent Creek Road. On March 13, 2022, Williams met with Missy to give her a different vehicle. He gave her a 2015 Dodge Charger in place of the 2016 Dodge Charger. During the rest of March and April, Missy continued to ask Williams for her money. Williams stated that the buyer was in the Dominican Republic, and as she returned, he would be able to get Missy the money for her vehicle. Williams told Missy to stop paying for her auto loan due to him selling her car. Missy stopped paying as she believed she would have the money in hand to pay the loan in full. Missy started getting notices for payment and told Williams that if she did not get the money, her car was going to be repossessed. On May 2nd, 2022, the Dodge Charger Missy was driving was towed from her place of work. Missy found out the vehicle had been repossessed and was being stored at Atlanta Carland. Missy stated to Mr. Williams that he needed to give her the money for her vehicle or give her vehicle back as she now had nothing to drive. Williams came over at 0300 hours on May 3rd, 2022 and spent the rest of the morning hours with Missy so that he could drive her to work the same morning. On May 4th, 2022, Williams arrived with an ambulance for Missy to drive, but he ended up driving her and her son instead. While on the way to work, the ambulance broke down and he called for a tow truck. Missy and her son walked back home. On May 5th, 2022, Williams starts asking Missy if she wants to work with him and be the registered agent for his Bells Bondsman Company. She declined his offer to work for him. On May 17, 2022, she asked Williams again for the money for her vehicle or to return her vehicle. Williams did not do either. On May 18, 2022, Missy received a text message from Williams asking for her insurance card for the Nissan. Missy asked why he needed the insurance information and he did not respond. On May 30th, 2022, Missy messaged Williams and stated to him that if he did not put the money for the vehicle in her account by May 30th, 2022, she is going to call the police and file a stolen car report. On June 4th, 2022, Missy reported her car stolen with the South Fulton Police Department. On June 6, 2022, Williams started texting Missy demanding a copy of the police report. On the same day, Missy's car is located in Conyers. The car was driven by Mrs. Simmons, who was arrested for theft for receiving stolen property. Simmons stated in the report that she was driving her granddaughter's car. Her granddaughter happens to be the same rape victim that was in the back of the bus with Ernesto and trafficked for 2 years. She was identified as the granddaughter. Through interviews with this victim, she was in the Dominican Republic and was told by Williams that he had paid the car off and given it to her. The victim was driving the vehicle around under the impression the vehicle was paid for. So although she was sex trafficked allegedly by him for 2 years and allegedly raped by him, he did provide her with a car that he took from the other woman he was dealing with named Missy. On June 8, 2022, Williams stated to Missy that he knew what she told police officers and it's okay. He understands, and he also stated that he had a lawyer and he was going to turn himself in because he already had a warrant for theft by deception. On June 9, 2022, Missy received a call from Williams' lawyer, Josh Jones, with Jones & Jones LLC located in Atlanta in regards to the stolen car. The number is registered to an Earl Lamont Dunbar, who was one of Williams' friends, partners, and jail associates from his past incarcerations. This number has been dialed and conversation had by Williams from jail on August 13th, 15th, 16th, 23rd, and 24th, 2022. Williams has been referring to this individual by the name Lamont. To date, Missy has not received any money back from Williams or any services that were promised. I am charging Williams with theft by deception and financial transaction card fraud. Ooh, Ernesto, you are some dirty dog. You raped that girl and ended up giving her a car knowing that it was stolen. Then, Missy, you had a male Bigelow. You literally was paying this man for sex because you got absolutely nothing out of this situation. This man didn't do anything and then wanted to use your home as a storage building to store him and his wife's appliances. Child, I don't know, but I cannot make these stories up. I am just really surprised that the girl he raped, he actually gave a car to, and the car was stolen. Like, you cannot make this up. Well, in the meantime, in between time, what I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything going on in this crazy world of Ernesto Williams and Shirley Strawberry? And what do you think about him still being locked up and the judge not letting him out? Leave a comment, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my new episodes.